Day 113. Just getting to the trail. There's my sign. Tell me I'm starting my 2 miles on the Wellston Trail. If you're watching the replay, definitely thank you very much. I appreciate that. We are off on day 113. A little chilly this morning. I think it's like 37 degrees. Last time I checked, may have been about an hour ago, but I'm sure it hasn't warmed up much since then. There is still water in the creek from yesterday's rains. Hey, good morning. Day 113. Who's going to be the first one in this morning? Yeah, a little bit of water still flowing through there this morning. There's Josh. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, and Rainy's here now. I was just beginning to think nobody was going to join me today. Good morning to everyone this morning. Day 113. 3 minutes in already. Doing well, Josh. Doing well. A little chilly this morning. Kevin, good morning. We are out on day 113. Starting out our 2 mile trek for another day. It is definitely chilly out here this morning. Lisa, good morning to you. Everybody hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. Rains. Good morning. There's no way you're getting out here. It's not too bad. 37 degrees. Nice clear skies this morning. That could be up north in the snow. My sister sent me a picture of outside her office window yesterday, and there's a big tree right outside her window, completely covered in snow. So yeah, you can keep that stuff up there in Ohio. I'll be up there soon enough to see it. 24 in Marion. Yeah. I'm Figuring a good average temperature drop of 10 degrees or more once I get up to Ohio. Expect anything this weekend? Yeah, just a bunch of rain. I think it's supposed to start raining tomorrow night and supposed to rain all weekend. So we'll see. May have some mornings like yesterday morning where I'm debating coming out, but I got warm clothes and I got an umbrella. I can definitely make it out. Nothing else, there is a mall here, so I can go walking in the mall. If it gets that bad, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I think these guys, I see them every day, but I didn't see them yesterday. I didn't see anybody yesterday. I think these guys think I'm crazy. I think they kind of chuckle at me. But, you know, I don't really care.
You didn't. That was the great thing about that story.
Morning, guys.
Hey, man. It didn't matter if it was.
How you doing this morning?
Good. Yeah.
Doing great. Doing great.
All you did was turn it on. You don't have to.
Son has an appointment with a new doctor. Okay. Well, hopefully everything will go well there. Tell you what, I think I've got gloves with me. I might as well wear them, right? Bear with me while I'm trying to get a glove on here. And in case you forgot, double tap that screen for me. I know sometimes you can forget. I do that all the time. I was in ACR's live stream last night, ACR Protect, and yeah, I was in there about 10 minutes commenting and all that, and completely forgot to double tap the screen. We hope to get some more help than we did with the other doctors. And it's a shame that you have to shop around, but it's good that you can, I guess. There we go. Whew. Hands are cold. You were in there too? Oh, okay. You weren't talking much. You've been quiet. I didn't see. I was kind of thinking you might have been there, but could not. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. So yesterday I got my chainsaw put back together. It's all back together. I got to take the one cover off and clean up the bar and the chain and all that. Clean all that out real good before I finish putting it back together. Put some new fuel in it and get it running. I've been recording it, but I don't want it to seem like it's a tutorial on how to fix a chainsaw, because it's the first time I've ever done it, and I don't even know right now whether it's even going to run or not, but I'm certainly hoping it does. Oh, okay. You got on later? Okay. Yeah, it's the problem I was having with it was the fuel line that came with the kit to well, brand new fuel line, and it was just too big. You got to feed it through this little tiny little hole, and it being too big, it wouldn't go through the hole. So I basically had to wait until the place opened up. I drove all over the place looking for a new fuel line for it over the weekend, and no place was open. The place that sells stuff for chainsaws was closed all weekend because of Thanksgiving, so I had to wait till they opened on Monday, and then I went in there and they just gave it to me. They didn't even charge me for it, so, which was kind of cool. Good morning. Either way, it's raining. Yeah, I know when I first came on this channel, you guys both first came on this channel, I used to get confused between the two of you. You got the snow there. Ruji, am I Hulk Hogan? No. I'm Dave. Oh, there's a deer standing right there. Just standing there staring at me. Hi, buddy. There you go. Oh, I scared him off. He's gonna run out in front of me. There he goes. Big old whitetail. Jorison, hello, how are you? I can't say that I do remember you, to be honest. You were here last time? Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you coming back. Rizzer, hello. You were here last time as well. I appreciate you coming back. That means a lot to me. Clearly. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. Phone's not quite as responsive with gloves on. Dan, good morning. Time for some of my fabulous deer pasta. That sounds good. How long have I been walking for today? About 3/4 of a mile, maybe. I've been walking every day now. This is 113 days in a row, so. Keep on plugging away at it. My target is 365 days. Don't know what I'm going to do after that, but that's where I'm going. Yes, 113. Got some bright sunshine in my face this morning. You know what? I know I just put those gloves on, but I'm going to lose that one. Got some pretty sunshine this morning. Jorison is good. I put a lot of goodies in there. Smoked sausage, onions, mushrooms, different peppers. Oh, wow. Sounds good. What time? Guppy, good morning. Welcome to you. Thanks for coming in this morning. Appreciate it. Yeah, what time should we be at your house there, Raining? Bright sunshine this morning. Definitely different than yesterday, and I think tomorrow we're gonna have sun, but then all weekend it's supposed to rain. So do you have a Wi-Fi or do I have a Wi-Fi, a girlfriend, or am I single? I think you meant wife. Yeah, I know. Let's see, in order. No, yes. I'll let you know. I gotta get some. We have a deer processing place out here in my community. Oh, okay. You'll let me know what time to be there, when to be there. Okay, that sounds good. Everybody always talks about good things that they're making. I try to invite myself all the time. Hopefully this coming summer I will be making my grand US tour in my Jeep and my teardrop camper, and I will be seeing some of you beautiful people, and y'all will be able to fix me something to eat. I can't wait for it, that's for sure. Alright, so we've hit 1 mile. I think that deserves a thumbs up if you haven't done it yet. So got 1 mile in, we're at 17 and a half minutes. So we're right on target for the 35 minutes. I'll try to move a little bit quicker on the way back. Keep it down below 35. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am shooting for 1 full year of doing this. I haven't seen that in a few days. There's my favorite view right there on this walk. All them great big tall pine trees. I know I say it all the time, but I just love that view. And every day that I see it, I'm going to show it to you. It's just something about that. You can see where I'm walking, and there's Dave on stilts. A lot of times right through here there's an albino squirrel that runs around over here. Saw him yesterday, but he was real camera shy yesterday. I am halfway there. Yes, indeed. A full year, yes. 365 days. So I'm about a third of the way there right now. But weather's going to not be my friend for the next couple months, I think. Next 30 or 60 days. But then after that, it's just going to keep getting nicer and nicer every day. So we will struggle through the weather and still come out for a walk. If it gets really, really bad, yeah, I'll go walk in a mall or something. But so far, so good. Yesterday I was blessed with the weather clearing for me. Just before I was supposed to start my walk, it's pouring down rain, and then it just quit raining. So, Jorson, you have to go. All right. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate that. We'll see you guys.
Thank you.
All right. I do appreciate you being here, Jorson. I will do my best to remember you in the future. Oh goodness, it's the glitch. I was walking my dog this morning. He approached me and asked if my dog was in season. I replied saying she's been spayed. He said he could smell her scent. Yeah, no kidding. Raining Range, you gotta run as well. All right, we will see you later. Thank you for being in here as well. I do appreciate it. Yeah, it's the glitch. That sounds kind of weird. I've been pretty blessed to not run into a lot of weirdos. None actually. I've met some pretty nice people out here. There's a lady that used to walk by my house all the time back in the day before I started walking, and I was just sitting out in my carport scrolling, and used to see her all the time. She'd always wave. She'd look over there and make sure I saw her, and she'd wave. And then I ended up running into her out here on the trail, and actually introduced myself to her and spoke with her. But she's been missing from the trail for a while, and I saw her about a week or so ago walking past my house later in the day, and so I went out and talked to her, and I guess she had some back problems and had a back surgery. She's older than I am, and so she's been recouping from that. But it was nice to talk to her again and see her. Toward the very beginning of my walks, within the first week or so, I stopped and talked to her for the first time. Her name's Sue, and very sweet lady. Yeah, Hannibal Lecter. Looking to see if I can see that deer again. Mainly off grid. Good morning. Gotta get back to work. All right, mainly. Appreciate you coming in, dropping a comment. I'm sure you hit that like button too. I do appreciate you, sir. You are a good man. Rain, good luck with your son's doctor's appointment today. Hope everything goes well. I was scrolling through some live streams early this morning, and I do it every once in a while just to see what other people are doing on their live streams. And I'm sure it's YouTube feeding me the content, but I had like 4 in a row that were people out on walks, which I thought, I guess there's a niche for this, huh? I guess we're making it a niche. It's encouraging. Got a little squirrel running around in front of me. Wonder how many times that deer I saw wonder how many times that's happened and I've just walked right by him and never even saw him standing there. And he's standing like, I don't know, maybe 20 feet away from me. And I just happened to look and caught him out, kind of caught him out of the corner of my eye, and looked over there, and yeah, he's standing right there. I wonder how many times that's happened. And this deer probably like, look, there goes a human. Oh, he's not even paying attention to us. Wait for the white one. The white squirrel, yeah. Saw him a little bit yesterday, but he was being camera shy yesterday. I kept going behind. He was clear on the other side of the creek, and kept going back behind the tree. He was climbing up a tree, and he kept going back. He'd peek out every once in a while. Saw that I had him on camera, and he was shy. All right, you getting the youngins ready for school? There's a bunch of squirrels running around this morning. No, not the white one though. I saw one deer heading the other way right after I passed you, going the other way. He was standing right next to me.
I saw them just before I saw you.
Yeah. We'll see you later. All right. Jorson, you're back. Well, thank you. Good to have you back. I wish you could double tap that screen again for me. Once you do it, you can't do it again. Not from the same account anyway. I'm not going to be breaking any records today on time, that's for sure. I try to keep it the 2 miles under 30, or right around 35 minutes. Yeah, it is kind of chilly this morning. Getting way too close to freezing for me. But yeah, I try to keep it around 35 minutes for the 2 miles. My best time is 30 minutes, but I had to jog for that. I broke into a jog about, I think about 4 times on day 105. Before that, it was like 32 and a half, and I set out that morning to break that time and was just hoping to do 32 minutes, and I ended up doing 30. But believe it or not, this is what, 113, so 8 days later, and yeah, I can still feel it in my legs. My Achilles on the right side still hurts. Yusuf, you just fumbled. Oh, you fumbled on a 7 out of 10. And sorry to hear that. Wasn't the one for you. She wasn't the one for you. If she was, you wouldn't have fumbled. God would have made that happen. There is still some water in the creek this morning. Got a little mini waterfall going on there. Try and enjoy a cigarette outside. You don't smoke inside? Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I'll walk into the house with a cigarette, but walk right back out. I try not to smoke. I haven't smoked in the house in a long, long time. Whew. Cold, cold, cold. This is about as cold as it gets. I mean, I'll have days it'll be colder than this down here in Georgia, but it's about as cold as it gets down here. In the 30s. They have days in the 20s. If you get a day down here in the teens, man, it's like record-setting cold. Mike is making stuff is here. Welcome to you, sir. Good to see you. Yusuf, you're welcome. It's funny, when I first started doing these walks, I mean, I just came out and walked. Yeah, I kind of started timing myself early on just to see how I did. But I never really knew how I was doing other than to look at the clock. But I can feel now, I've been doing it so long, I can feel when I slow down. Like right now. I can tell that my pace is not up to par. So I think I'll do it under the 35 minutes. I think I'll be fine there, but I'm just not, I can tell I'm not moving as quick as I normally do. Yeah, everybody in your house smokes though, don't they, Rainey? Smoke something anyway. So I started not smoking in my house. My youngest daughter still has to today, has real bad asthma, and it was definitely affecting her. So I quit smoking in the house for her. So Pop-Tarts here. Nope, you can keep that snow. You ain't getting none here. Snowed here the last year. I wasn't here, but I was up in Ohio. But yeah, they got a couple inches of snow down here last year while I was gone, and I think they said it was the first, and they called it a major accumulation of snow. It was 2 inches. First major accumulation of snow in like 10 years here. So I've been here 6, and I've seen some flakes, but that's it. So got a hacky cough. Yeah, I do too. Hey, morning, guys.
Good morning.
Those are the guys. Someone told me one time I shouldn't say anything, but those are the guys that when I walk by them every day, I get a little contact buzz going. Yeah, I've had that hacky cough now for 20 years. So, all right, so we made it back to the 2-mile point, or the finish line, in 34.5 minutes. So definitely got it in under my 35 minutes. That's good. I don't have to be concerned with my pace anymore. The only reason I need to pick up the pace is to get back in the warm house. In Canada, weed is legal everywhere. Yeah. Georgia is not. I don't know what the laws are because I don't really care. but it's been a while since I looked into it at all. But I guess Georgia's still pretty strict on weed. There's not dispensaries here. I don't know. I don't know what it is, because I don't partake, so I don't look into it. But what I understand, though, it can be pretty strict down here in Georgia. I know Ohio has some sort of legality to it. They have dispensaries up there. The thing is, and this is what I was saying a long time ago, that if they ever legalized weed, that the government would be getting their cut. And that's who's making all the money, is the government. Just like gas stations. You know, everybody criticizes oil companies and gas stations, but the organization that profits the most from oil and gas is the government. State and federal and local governments, the taxes that you pay, and they don't have to do a thing to get it. They just collect the taxes. So, anyway, and that's what they're going to do with weed eventually. Any drugs that they legalize, that's what they're going to do with them. Is the government's going to take their share. So, all federal government run retail operation taxes for the Canadian government. Yeah. Magic shrooms. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they do it for liquor. Yeah, I mean, that's what they've been doing for years. In Ohio, they call them state stores. I mean, if you want to buy, here they just have liquor stores. And, the state gets their cut. But up in Ohio, they're actually run by the state. You can buy beer and stuff everywhere. And wine, and under a certain alcohol content, I think is what it is. But yeah, if you want to buy a bottle of whiskey or something, you have to go to a state-run store in Ohio. Huh. See, when you start getting into that stuff, psychedelics and stuff like that, I just think that in moderation, my motto has always been, in moderation, everything is fine. But there's people that abuse stuff like that. And I understand it. I mean, I used to smoke weed. I've done acid. I understand that. But you're going to get people, not necessarily hooked on it, but you're going to get people wanting it real bad all the time. And they just want to keep getting higher and higher and higher. And I don't know. If you're high all the time, you're not very productive, the way I see it. Nothing wrong with it every once in a while, but if you're high all the damn time, you're just not very productive. So, just my opinion. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's play some Jenna music here while I'm taking off my clothes. We have made another 2 miles. Got another 2 miles in. Beer and wine now in corner stores. They've been doing it for years. Cross border in Quebec. Ottawa is a border town between Ontario and Quebec. Okay. Here's the thing, if the government's going to permit it, they're going to regulate it, and they're going to profit from it. Thank you, Guppy. Appreciate that. I am hurting a little bit. I am going to sit down in my YouTube studio here. And rest my leg for a little while. Used to go over and buy beer on Sundays and go back tomorrow 4 a.m. Quebec closed at 1 a.m. Lots of bar fights in the old days between English and French. Yeah, I'll bet. Now, I lived down in Texas. This was the early to mid 80s. It was still I think they call them blue laws, and stores weren't even open on Sundays. None of the stores were open on Sunday. Back then it was, Kmart and Target were the two biggest stores in town, and they were always closed on Sundays. Whole time I lived down there. But you could go buy beer. Yeah, they used to have, I guess, I live close to the Indiana state line, and the time zones change right there or somewhere around there. And there used to be a thing where people would go to the bars on one side of the time zone, and then when the time came to close the bars, they'd just go across the street or whatever, and they had another hour to drink because the time zones changed. I think it was Indiana, maybe it was the other side of the state, but anyway. I know, I remember hearing people talk about that. Oh, it's so cool. And I'm like, what's the big deal? So you live close to a time zone change, and yeah, you get an extra hour to drink. And once a year, you can do it on daylight savings time in the fall when they roll the clocks back. So instead of it being 2:30, all of a sudden it's 1:30 again, and you can keep drinking. Okay. Nothing open on Sundays, yeah. It was unusual for me because I'd never lived in a town or lived anywhere that was like that. Sundays were the day, and that was back in the day when people hung out at the mall. I guess some malls they still do, but everybody would go to the mall on Sunday, and that's all you did is just walk around the mall, and that was the entertainment for a Sunday. And yeah, so it was kind of odd to me when I first got stationed there. It was when I was in the Air Force. When I first got stationed there, yeah, it was like, well, it's Sunday. What are we going to do? Go to the mall? No, the mall's closed today. What? It's Sunday. Yeah, that's why they're closed. So, yeah, Pop-Tart, I agree. The weed back then was definitely different. And that's part of the reason well, I just don't enjoy it like I used to. I don't like the out of control feeling. And I discovered that way back in my 30s. Started hanging out with a bunch of younger guys. I just got divorced and started hanging out with a bunch of younger guys from work, and 18 to 20-year-old kids, and they were smoking weed all the time. And I mean, I smoked a little bit with them, and I got so damn wasted and I felt so out of control that I just didn't like it. So, and that's part of the reason I don't drink much. And I know in most cases, as far as alcohol goes, if I go out and I'm drinking, I'll drink a couple. I'll start to get a little bit of a buzz, and I'll take some time off. I'll just drink some water for a while or whatever, and sober up a little bit. And yeah, I don't like that being out of control feeling. I mean, I've gotten drunk a couple years ago on my birthday. I got poop face drunk. Passed out. I mean, I ended up throwing up in my yard and passed out, and woke up in the morning and had no idea what had happened. Well, I knew what happened the night before, but yeah, I've told the story before. I woke up in the morning and laying in my own bed, and I had one foot on the floor, and that one foot had a sock on my foot, and it was like planted on the floor, like I couldn't even lift my leg up into the bed, I guess. And that that foot had a sock on it, and that was the only article of clothing I was wearing. So uh, I don't remember getting to that point, but I woke up at that point. So you're 36 years clean and sober. Okay. Well, congratulations. My brother was an alcoholic, and um, he was clean and sober. Gosh, I don't know, about 20 years, the rest of his life until he died. So when he retired from the Navy, he talked about getting drunk. And fortunately, the woman that he was with at the time, she was a recovering alcoholic as well. And yeah, she basically said, no, you're not doing that. Because he was talking about, he was going to have open bar at his retirement party. She said, no, you're not, sir. No, no, no. He was to the point where the Navy busted him down. He was an E6, and they busted him down to E3 and took a bunch of money away from him. And just the bust in the rank from E6 down to E3 is quite a reduction in pay. And he only had... after he got out of rehab, he went to rehab for like 6 months. After he got out of rehab, he only had like a year and a half left before he hit 20. But at 20, he had to retire because of his rank. He was only E3, and you can't do more than 20 years as an E3. So, yeah, that's true. Pop-Tarts. It is definitely easy to smoke. Not cheap, but it's easy. And I can only imagine you live in Canada, I can only imagine what cigarettes cost up there. I was up in Canada in the mid 80s, and cigarettes were outrageous up there then. I knew that they were expensive up there, and I remember going up there, and I took a carton of cigarettes with me, and $20 a pack of 25. Wow. $1 a cigarette, pretty much. Jesus. No. I think I would. I mean, I'm a cheap bastard, so I think I would quit smoking if I had to pay $20 a pack for them. I smoke a pack a day. I just can't see myself spending $20 a day on anything. I really can't. Like I said, I'm a cheap bastard. American friend bring you Marlboro Golds. Yeah. Yeah, I remember going up there, and I took a carton of cigarettes with me, and I remember walking down the street smoking a cigarette, and there'd be people asking me for cigarettes, and I was like, nope. I'm going to make sure that my carton of cigarettes, that I paid $6 for the whole carton at that time. I think that's about what there is, $6 or $7 for a carton. And so I'm going to make sure they last. I don't have to pay $10 for one pack. So, yeah, that's ridiculous. And guess who's making all that money? Canadian government's making all that money. At $20 for that pack of cigarettes, the retailer that's selling it's probably making less than $1 on it, and the Canadian government's probably making $5 or better. Some form of government, whether it's the Canadian government or your local province or whatever it might be. But yeah, the government's making all the money, not the retailer that's selling them. They can't sell them for enough to make any profit on them. That's what I was just talking about earlier. And supposedly all that money is going to stop people from smoking cessation programs and to help with all the medical problems caused by smoking. Yeah, right. I remember when they first started that crap, way back when they started calling them sin taxes because people were committing sins, so they were going to tax it and start taxing it, alcohol and tobacco higher. And yeah, it's a sin tax because these sinners are out here. We need to tax them. Highway robbery. I know. Quit smoking, right? And then you wouldn't have to pay the tax. Yep, that's right. You guys got me going on a tantrum here. Yeah. Oh, gambling is, I mean, that's completely different. That's another story altogether. The lottery, yeah, it's just a way to make more money from poor people. I went to a convenience store one time in a fairly well-to-do area, and I don't know, the lottery was up real high. I buy lottery tickets when, it's up now. Now it gets like up over $1 billion, but I mean, back then it was like, half a billion or something, 500 million. And I went into this convenience store to buy a lottery ticket, and the person that behind the counter, they said it was a very nice area, very well-to-do area, and the person behind the counter was like shocked that someone was buying a lottery ticket there. But you go to these places in the poorer neighborhoods, and that's the number one thing they do. They have one person standing there, and that's all they do is sell lottery tickets. All right, what do they use the money for? Where does the money go for the lottery tickets? I mean, who's regulating that? And yeah, I don't believe that for a second, Pop-Tart. The government's getting their share. Somebody's making money on it, I can guarantee you. Some entity. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that the government's actually charging taxes on them, but they definitely, when that convenience store sells those lottery tickets, I mean, the government gets their share of that money. And supposedly that's all going to education. You see how well that's working. I watch these interviews, these on the street interviews where people are they're on college campuses and they're asking simple questions. I mean, simple questions. What's 3 cubed? And 9. Can you name 3 countries other than the United States? Europe, South America, and Africa. And those are the answers that they got from some people. What else? So how many weeks in a year? And they can't answer that question. Oh, no. How many days in a year? Oh, no. Oh, okay. The lottery prizes. Okay. Reezer, how are you doing? You're welcome. Welcome back. Yeah. Well, obviously, you know my feelings about all that kind of crap. It's just another way for the government to steal money from people and keep people poor. Reezer, you were gone for a while and you came back and you're still ranked #1. That's pretty good. I bet you got 75 points. Yep. Lisa's #2. Raining Rain, she left a long time ago. She's #3. Rainy Days is #4. Dan was in here a little bit ago, dropped a couple of comments, but yeah, he's still got 75 points. I'm not sure how that whole thing works with the point thing. Everybody's got 75 points. For some reason, Reezer is ranked up at the top. There's one of my moderators, whenever she comes in, Rainy's still. I knew you were still here, Rainy. Bren, one of my moderators, whenever she comes in, she just just immediately just moves straight to the top of the list. Tell you a joke. I don't know. Yeah, it's ranking the top fans and supposedly doing different things, participating in the chat, stuff like that. The more comments you leave, they give the people that comment. If you comment, you get points. If you like the stream, you double tap the screen, you get points. I guess for those that are monetized, if you leave, the gifts and stuff like that, you get points for that. If someone does leave like a gift, whatever they are, I don't even know. I haven't really looked into them because I'm not close to doing that yet. Yeah, social points. Yeah, it's almost what it is, Guppy. You're right. But yeah, when someone's monetized, if they get a gift, there's a like button on there and everybody can click the like button and you get points for liking their gift. So yeah, all that kind of stuff. So it's, and like I just pointed out, everybody, like the top 15 on there all have 75 points. So I don't know how they determine who's number one, unless it's just the most recent person to comment that has the same number of points. It's like, I can guarantee you, let's see, I bet you Guppy's on here. Yeah, Guppy's number 7. He's got 75 points. How far down? We go, the top 10 all have 75 points. Mainly off grid. Mike is making stuff. Both have 25 points. They came in. They dropped a comment, said hello, and both of them take off. And that's what they do all the time. And that's fine. I appreciate them coming by at all. But yeah, so they get 25 points. They came in, made a couple comments, and liked the live. So only subscribers live. Can't get new subs that way. Yep. Plus, you have to add each subscriber on a list. Lots of work to do that. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that. The way I see it, my job here is to get new subscribers on my channel. And if you're doing subscribers only live streams, you're not going to get anybody new because obviously no one else can come in. So when is my birthday? My birthday is the 5th of May. Cinco de Mayo. Too far away from monetization. Yeah, I still got a ways to go for my monetization too. I got the subscriber count, but I got the subscriber count. I'm over 1,100. I'm over the 1,000 that you need for that, and I'm just past the 2,000 watch hours. So I get about 15, 20 hours. Sometimes I get more per day. Sometimes I'll get like 15 just on a live stream, just depending on how long I live stream, how many people come in, of watch hours. And then if I'm putting out videos, of course, I'll get hours from those. So, and speaking of that, I put out a video yesterday. I was kind of surprised. I thought it would get more views. I was hoping it would get more views because I found it important. But yeah, I saw your comment there, Guppy, about, someone was up late last night. Yeah, ACR. Yeah, I had to get off there. I don't know, it was like 1:30 in the morning, and he's still going. And what do I do for fun? I don't know. I do woodworking, stuff like that. So, beers and cheers. Yep. Lester, good morning. How are you today? Happy doing a new channel. Finally, my subs have stabilized at 82. No dropping. 6 days now. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, I guess Rainey was in there later last night after I left. She was in there, so. Yeah, I got a couple videos, Reezer, on my channel where I got one where I built 4 American flags out of wood, out of repurposed wood. I'm working on a project right now. I got a little bit of stuff done. Basically, all I've done so far is cut the wood. Some of the wood. I'm not even done cutting all the wood. But I'm actually working on 2 different woodworking projects right now that I'm videotaping, and I'll have up hopefully within a week or so. I gotta get that chainsaw going today. Once that's done, I can go back to the woodworking project. So, underwater basket weaving. Yep. Is it 2:30 for you? Yeah. You're tired, Lester? All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. Reezer, you're going to take off again? All right. We will see you later. Someone else is going to move up to number 1, I guess, since you're leaving. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was the only girl in the men's locker room. We had some laughs last night. You talk about me? Uh-oh. I'll have to watch the last hour of the replay. The replay keeps popping up because last night when I turned off my phone, that was the last thing I got. I got the notification that ACR was live, so that was the last notification I clicked on. So every time I open up YouTube, I get the replay pop up. So we'll see you later, Reezer. Thank you very much. We're hoping down the road he will consider doing a Canadian flag. Yeah, I don't see myself doing that. You missed it, Lester. Bye. How's that? Been busy already this morning? What have you been doing, Lester? Out marshmallow shopping? That was awesome. Now you're not there. There you go, Rainey. Now you're not there. There you go, Rainey. Moved up the charts. Can you all see me, hear me now? Been out shoveling the marshmallows in your yard. That's good exercise, though. To some extent, I kind of enjoy that as long as as long as the snow's not really, really deep. I mean, like 2 or 3, 4 inches of snow. It's kind of enjoyable to shovel that because you bundle up and go out there and you start and you're cold when you start, but by the time you're done, you're just drenched in sweat. And it's not, especially if it's like a powdery snow, it's not hard to do. It's the deep, thick snow and real heavy snow that is a pain in the butt. But I need a fresh cup of coffee. Good bit of sugar and some cream. I'm ready to go. Yeah, Ducky's not here this morning, unless she just popped in. She wasn't here yesterday either. Natalie's here. Well, hi, Natalie. I was just trying to think of who all wasn't here, and you were one of the persons who just popped into my mind. My day is going well, Natalie. My day is going very well. It's a little chilly this morning, but I'm doing all right. Yeah, a cup of sugar. Yep. I refused help by my guardian's grandson. I didn't wake him up with a long driveway. You just went out and did it yourself? Hey, like I said, if as long as it's not, a foot of snow that's real heavy and thick, I don't mind. If it's just like clearing it off the driveway and the sidewalks or whatever, yeah, it's good invigorating exercise. I think I'm gonna attempt to hang out outside for a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and smoke a cigarette too. Hope y'all don't mind. God bless America, by the way. That's one of the projects I'm working on. It's another it's a flag, but it's shaped like a cross. So, American flag shaped like a cross. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people on here that do smoke and probably are smoking. One person in particular probably smoked a half a pack of cigarettes while I'm live every day. You know who you are. But I don't know. I started it out that way and just didn't do it, and it's just always been the way I've done it. So I've smoked a few times on my live streams. Just this morning I'm feeling like it. So yeah, Bran and Ducky. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, little cross flags, and they're not really hard to build. There's, trying to think, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 different sizes of wood that I need to cut, and they go together pretty easily. Or look, I haven't put any together yet, but they look like they're going to go together pretty easy. And it's basically like a flag, but it's shaped like a cross. I already said that, so. Ducky is probably still asleep. Yep. Yeah, Lester, you're right there. You're right there. The plow goes by and covers everything up. I actually, one time I lived in a downtown area, and I mean I was like 2 blocks from the center of this. It's a small town, and they had a traffic circle, and the traffic circle, it's not like one of the new ones. The traffic circle had been there for probably close to 100 years. Since they developed, the town was first built. But so I lived 2 blocks away from that on Main Street. So the plows would come by all the time, all day long. The plows would come by when you got a heavy snow. And yeah, it seemed like as soon as you got done shoveling, they'd cover it right back up. But I had one time I was out there shoveling, and he saw me out there, and I got to the point where I had to start digging through all the stuff that they plowed up against my driveway, and he came and did some maneuvering and drug it all away, drug it down the street a little ways, so I didn't have to shovel through all that because it was a big snowstorm, and yeah, that stuff that they plow up against your driveway, that stuff is hard as a rock, and yeah, it's a pain in the butt there. Miss your plow and snow blower. I had a Jeep Wrangler for a while. When I bought it, it had a snow plow with it, and I bought it in the summertime. But when I bought it, it was used, and when I bought it, it had the snow plow with it, and I was thinking, oh man, this is gonna be cool this winter. It's gonna be cool this winter. We never had any snow. We never had enough snow to plow that whole winter. So I ended up, I don't know, I needed money for something. I needed money. And I ended up selling the plow that summer for a couple $100. And then the next winter it snowed big time. So that's the way it usually goes, though, when you do stuff like that. Just like yesterday, I took that umbrella with me. I knew it wasn't going to rain when I took that umbrella with me. If I wouldn't have taken it, I would have got soaked. It would have been just like a little pop-up shower, just popped up out of nowhere and just drenched me. Been out there since 7:15 this morning. Wow. Hour and a half. That's a good workout for you, Lester. That is a good workout. Like I said, it's invigorating to get out there in the cold and do that. I mean, obviously you want to be bundled up, keep your hands safe and from freezing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you definitely will get a workout doing that. So when I move back up to Ohio, as long as it doesn't snow more than 3 or 4 inches at a time, I'll be all right. Some reason my screen went real dark. I can barely, well, I can see myself, but it seems like it's real dark. Still haven't done your porch. I did put out a video yesterday. Those of you that were on the live stream yesterday and toward the beginning of my live stream, I was talking about not doing very well for a couple of days. And just not struggling with my depression, and basically how it was pouring down rain when I got up in the morning, and still at 6:30 it was pouring down rain, but then all of a sudden at 7:30 this rain went away according to the radar. So I was thinking about not walking yesterday, and saw the radar and all the rain went away, and I saw my sign that I had to get out and do my walk. So, but I did a video about that yesterday, and I told the same story I told before about the old man and the flood. And but if you haven't checked out that video, definitely check out that video. Lisa, you're going to take off? Yeah, I still struggle. Every day I struggle. Some days worse than others, but Sunday was the worst, and or Monday was the worst, and yeah. You saw the video. Thank you, Natalie, for watching that. I appreciate it. Definitely, you can't give up. You can't when you get those little signs, and that's when I did that video, the thank you video. I talked about that. I used that same story, and there were like 3 or 4 things that all happened at the same time, and I forget what they all are now. But Yeah, 3 or 4 things all happened at the same time, and that was the signs that were telling me, hey, buck up, bucko, suck it up. Dan is here. Good to see you, Dan. I saw you come in a minute ago, and you're like number 15. I appreciate you being here, Dan. Yeah, that is a good story. I've always remembered that story, and yeah. All right, Rainey, you're gonna take off. Yeah, it's tough, Lester. It's tough, and that's the thing about these live streams. I mean, I wake up in the morning, and one of my first thoughts is that I gotta get ready to go for my walk, and it's because of you guys that I'm committed to doing it. I mean, even yesterday, thinking about not doing the walk, and I was just thinking, nah, there's no way I can't do this. I have to figure out a way to do it. So, tell Anthony, go pound sand, telling me to take off my Bengals gear. Heck no. My prediction, if Anthony's still here, it's so orange. Yeah, I know. I could go hunting with this if I wanted to. If Anthony's still here, he's a Bears fan. I predict the Bears will be a first round loss in the playoffs. Yeah, Lester, it's just, you got to find something like that, like what I do with the walks. I mean, you're not gonna, you probably won't live stream, but you got to find something like that to keep you motivated, keep a purpose for you to get up and get busy doing something. Don't say that, Dave. That's my prediction. One and done in the playoffs. Today is today you had a bad day. I'm still not finished, but I will get there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and see that's the thing about it, is I mean, with me, the way it was I'd come out here and I'd just sit, and especially when it's warm weather, I'd just sit out here and smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke and just scroll through YouTube, and it kept getting later and later in the day, and I kept telling myself, okay, I need to get up and go do something, and I'd change my position for a minute, but then I wouldn't do anything. And then it got to be 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like, well, shit, I would just wasted a whole day, and you'd feel even worse about yourself after that. Plywood, good morning to you. Good to see you this morning. Yes, I am smoking on my live stream today. That's why you deleted TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even on TikTok. I I follow this one guy, and he talks about starting YouTube after 40, and a lot of good advice and everything. And he had a recent video, and he was talking about how you should small YouTube creators should post they should post shorts on Instagram and TikTok as well as YouTube. And it sounded like good advice to me to get more viewers from those platforms over here. But I can't bring myself to getting onto TikTok for some reason. And it's not the whole political thing. It's just I just can't. I don't know. I don't know. Sat down for hours just scrolling. Oh yeah. You did go and did your shopping yesterday. There you go. Lester, here's, I don't know if this will help or not, but here's the thing that you can do. Just create a task or come up with a task that you can do that you know you can do every single morning, early in the morning. I mean, not that you have to get up early to do it. Just one of the first things you do is you do that task, making your bed. Um, I find on the days I make my bed, I don't get back in bed, and some days when I don't make my bed, I never get out of my bed other than come out here and smoke. So every morning, the bed and the dishes. Yeah. You don't like TikTok anymore? Let's see, I've never been on TikTok. Never at all been on TikTok. My granddaughter, she's got all kinds of followers on TikTok, and I've never been on there. Um, you spent $100 something at the store. That's a lot of marshmallows there, Lester. Well, I came out here because the sun was shining, but clouds have rolled in now, and I'm getting cold. It's not very warm. You get 10 meats for $50. That's not bad. Our grocery prices getting crazy. Coffee, driving me crazy on how much coffee costs, because that's probably the number one thing I buy is coffee. And I can still get I figured out ways to eat fairly cheap, inexpensive meals. So I went grocery on Monday, I think, Sunday or Monday, and I did buy another Cornish game hen because I really enjoyed that. And I bought another one of those, and I got plans to probably stretch that into 3 meals. So I'll just eat part of the bird with I don't know, some kind of vegetable or something, and then I'm gonna make some egg noodles, and tear up the rest of the bird and put it in a pound of egg noodles, and have chicken and noodles for probably 2 days. So I make a fire in the heat stove. Yes, yes. That's one thing that house I sold up there in Ohio, that's one thing I'm gonna miss about it, that wood burning stove. It's so nice. Here at the store today, it's crazy. Yeah. You can buy meats 5 for 24. What is that? Meats. I mean, what does that include? You didn't buy a lot and you paid $200. Yeah. So one of them big enough for one person. Is that what you're saying, Lester? I'll tell you what, I'm going inside. If the sun was shining, I'd feel a lot warmer, but Michael, no, I do not. I did a long time ago, but I haven't watched it in a long, long time. I've told this story before, but I used to follow it. I worked at Lowe's, and of course Lowe's had a car back then. And one year on whatever the big race is on Memorial Day weekend, the Lowe's car, they put the name of every veteran that worked for Lowe's. They put their names on the Lowe's car. I mean, it was like that big, but my name was on the Lowe's 48 car, for that race. So, and I've got like a framed picture signed by Jimmy Johnson that they sent to me. And it's kind of cool that they did it for all the veterans. But the whole car was covered with the names. And like I said, each name was like maybe that big. But they like zoomed in on every single name, took a picture of it. I mean, there's a bunch of names around mine, but they made mine so it was like my name was like highlighted. And Jimmy Johnson signed the picture, and they sent me the picture. So, and I framed it. I got it. That's in a storage shed now. But so yeah, I used to follow it and root for the number 48 car just because I worked at Lowe's. So anyway, my sister told me in Germany it's the same. The groceries are getting, yeah, they are. I know they're getting more. They're getting expensive. So steak, chicken, and cube steak. Okay, and some hot dogs. Ducky, where are you? Matthew's here. Good morning, Matthew. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that Lowe's did that for all the veterans. I think Home Depot did a similar thing too. I don't even know. Someone told me the other day that Lowe's doesn't even have a car anymore. They said when Jimmy Johnson retired, they quit racing. I don't even know if Home Depot even has a car anymore. Pretty sure Home Depot did the same thing for their veterans as well. So, and some hamburger. Okay. So it's just it's like prepackaged meat, or it's a package of meat, and you get five for $25, so $5 a piece. Doesn't seem like too bad. Is it like a pound of meat or something? I mean, a pound of hamburger would probably last me a couple days, so I haven't bought hamburger in it seems like forever. I don't even know how much a pound of hamburger is anymore. Natalie, don't leave me. No, no. All right, Natalie, you have a blessed day. And I love that you're here. Love that you're going to stay now. Okay. I convinced you. Now, if you got stuff to do, go do it. I'm not going to be on here a whole lot longer. We're sitting in like an hour and a half right now. I was going to end it about an hour, and I was thinking, well, maybe Ducky will come in and don't leave me. Maybe Ducky was going to come in and grace us with her presence today, but I guess not. So I was sticking around hoping she would wake up this morning. Bren hasn't been here either, so I haven't seen Bren since a few days after Thanksgiving. So probably Friday or Saturday, I think. Matthew came in late. Yes, you did, Matthew. That's all right, though. I appreciate you being here at all. I really, really do. You hope. Bren? Vic, how are you? I'm doing very well. I have completed 113 days of taking a 2-mile walk and live streaming from that. On my way to 365. I don't know what I'm going to do after that, but that's my target right now, is to make it to a full year of doing these walks. So, Bren is not a he. Well, look who it is. We just mentioned your name. Natalie was asking where you were. Okay. My times are okay. My target every day is to be under 35 minutes, and I do that pretty well. Yes, Natalie. My best time I set just about, I think it was 8 days ago, and I did it in 32 minutes. But I was jogging to do that. I'm sorry, I did it in 30 minutes. My best time before that was 32 and a half, and I wanted to do it in 32 that day. I had set my idea, my mind, I was going to do 32 or less, and I ended up doing it in 30 minutes. So that's my BP, my PB. 30 minutes for 2 miles. And I jogged intermittently. I think I jogged like maybe 4 different times that day. And actually, it's 8 days later, and my Achilles is still hurting me. So, yes, Brent is a woman. You got snow yesterday. Brent, I'm glad to see you here this morning. We got Ducky missing in action today. Actually, the last 2 days. She wasn't here yesterday either, so. We have missed you, absolutely. And just last night, I was on ACR's live stream late last night, and he actually was talking about you, Bren. He went on a hike. Some rock. I can't remember what it was, but he said he mentioned that he had gotten the idea to go there from you on my live stream. So, and actually, he said there's a couple more places that he wants to go to when he gets back up to Colorado. He drove back yesterday from Colorado, so, or he got back to Houston yesterday. I guess it's like a 2-day drive for him. So, but he was live streaming late last night. I was on there until about 1:30, and I got off, and Rainey and Guppy, I guess, were there later, and they said that he went until about 2:30 in the morning. So, but he was saying he's off work all week. So, yeah, he goes live real late at night. Well, I don't want to say always late at night, but yeah, he was live until like 2:30 in the morning, my time. He's an hour behind me, so probably an hour ahead of you. I think he goes live almost every Friday night. I'm not positive about his schedule. Ducky had said a few days ago that she was sick, but then she came back in the next day and said she was feeling better. And she actually sent me a email yesterday, or no, she commented on she commented on the replay from yesterday's live stream that she missed it. But I only went just an hour, and she commented like 10 minutes after I ended. So that's kind of why I stuck around a little bit this morning, thinking that maybe she'd wake up, but guess not. Yeah, check to see if you have notifications turned on for ACR. I didn't, but now I do. So, yeah, Lester was talking. He'd been out shoveling snow since 7:15 this morning. 10 inches of snow. Wow. I guess that's to be expected, though. You are in Vermont. I can only imagine 10 inches of snow. This city would be shut down for a full week. There she is. Look at that. Yeah, Rainey already checked out. She's already gone for the day. Ducky, 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 we've been talking about you. You did make it. Mr. Hustle. I still love that. I still love that. You know, I found out something yesterday. And it's so humbling. Ducky brought this up, and I'd kind of forgot about it, but I've had someone draw me a picture of me. Roselle drew that picture of me, and it's on his YouTube channel. And then I found out last night that another subscriber named a cat after me, or named a cat Dave because of me. And it's like, I'm blushing because it's so humbling to think that people think that much of me, that they would draw a picture and name a freaking cat after me. But it was Mel and and she posted a video of this cat named Dave. And I just made the comment. I said, I like the name. She said, oh, well, we named it after you. Me and my daughter named it because of you. Because it's an older cat and it's got a lot of spunk. So that's why they call it Dave. So, yeah. Pretty humbling. Hobo, good morning to you. Blessings to you as well, sir. Good to see you today. Have you got all that snow cleaned up yet, Hobo? Seen all kinds of videos of you out shoveling the snow. It's a good reminder to me that I don't want to do it. You got it all cleaned up good. Yeah, it is. When she came back with that comment, I think now Natalie said she was going to go, but I said, "Oh, don't leave me, don't leave me," and she said she was going to stay, but maybe she did go. But yeah, she came back with that comment that she named the cat because of me. I said, no, you didn't. That was my initial reaction. Oh, come on, no, you didn't. Winter is finally here. Yep. Well, officially, according to the calendar, it's not yet. It's still fall till the 21st. But yeah, it's pretty much here. It's like 37 degrees this morning when I left the house, so, and it doesn't seem like it's going. I think it's only going to get up to like 50 today. So, and then we got a bunch of rain coming tomorrow night. Thank you, Bren. Thank you. It makes me feel good. Definitely makes me feel good. It's encouraging and very humbling. Very humbling. Yeah, the snow can go away. Thanks, Bren. Yeah, actually, yesterday I seriously considered not going for the walk, but God had other plans for me. It was pouring down rain at 6:30, and I looked at the radar, and it completely cleared out right at 7:30. And yeah, God said, "Get your butt out there. You're doing this for a reason, Dave. Keep going." A year has 52 weeks, but 12 months is 48 weeks. Well, some months have 5 weeks in them. Heather, I had a good night last night. Thank you very much. It's a sign you should start your walk later. No, no, no. It's a sign you should get up earlier, Ducky. When we go skydiving, it's probably going to be an early morning thing. I mean, we're probably going to have to get there pretty early. So, I'm not going to give up on that, Ducky. You know I'm not. Isn't it great, Lester? There's some good people here. Some very good people. She is, Bren, absolutely. My walk was very good this morning. I did it in 34 and a half minutes. You can't do the walk, do your bun crunches. It's what I do. Okay, Vic. Well, I mean, I have considered contingencies, and probably if I have to, I'll just end up going to a mall and just walking in the mall like all us old people do. I have to get your backpack if you're not going alone. Well, who are you going to put in the backpack? You won't be alone. You'll be with me. And the expert that you'll be strapped to. Hobo, you're going to take off? Thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Hang on a second while I stick my coffee in the microwave. Oh, let's see. Lester, tell me you love me. I'm in a rare, silly mood today. I'm messing with you. Me, I'm going in the backpack so I can't see anything. We can blindfold you. That's no problem. I think that'd be worse though. I'm hoping. I tried to call the place up in Ohio. They've got like all these different packages and stuff, and one of them, you can pay extra to have like a videotape of it done. But I don't know if you can videotape yourself. I would imagine you can. I mean, how can they stop you from, carrying a camera with you or strapping a camera to you? But I'm hoping that I can live stream from it. So, Brandon, you know you're loved. Absolutely. We all love you. Yeah. All right. Coffee's warm. But yeah, I've tried to call the place to ask them if I can, and they're not open this time of year at all. Nobody answered. I left a message, but I haven't heard anything back from them. So, Natalie, I'm still here. Yes, I told you not to leave me. Bren and Ducky both came in to the stream, so I had to stick around for all the late people so they can get their daily dose of Dave. You can tell I'm feeling a lot more confident than I was a couple days ago. More coffee, more coffee. I'm going to have to make another pot. You need to go take the trash out. XO, how you doing? Welcome in. Natalie quacked for you, so to try and get you here, and it worked. Natalie also was talking about Bren, and Bren showed up, so getting you some peppermint coffee. All right. Looking nice. Well, thank you there, XO. Appreciate that. Yeah, you did miss a few days. I understand. You're still a working woman. Mentally drained? Yeah, I imagine. Got here late, but you gave me the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Yeah, Natalie, I need you to get in here early, bright and early, first thing when I start, and start calling out everybody's name. Quacking for marshmallows. So you off work for a little bit, Brandon? You got a couple days off, or what's going on? Can't wait to retire in 20 years. Really? That's how long you got until you can retire? I need a coffee too. Absolutely. Lifeblood. What time do I come on? 7:30. My time in Georgia. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, 20 years, that's a long time. You got 13 years. If I'm doing the math right, that'll make you 67. Is that right? Oh, you're 56. $13 is, I mean, is that like the financial plan? Is that why? It's not because of Social Security, obviously, because you max out at 67 on Social Security. That's going to be the same time, Matthew. It's Eastern Standard Time, 7:30. Well, I haven't seen that in a while. I wonder if they've got that fixed. And I don't know why they would hide that. And we still got the same thing. Natalie, for some reason, it blocked your message. Natalie said she's 33. Financial plan, okay, I see. I understand. Well, maybe the economy will get better and your investments will grow quicker. Natalie, I don't think you're the baby. Ducky is very young. Yeah, Ducky's 19. She's our little girl. Our sweet little girl. Need to invest in something? Yes, you do. I mean, I don't expect you to get into all your financial, investments and everything, but yeah, just the S&P 500, on average over the last 60 years has grown 10% a year. So I've basically my retirement is Social Security and real estate investments. So. Oh yeah, Roselle's definitely younger than Ducky. You may have to chat soon. Okay. Absolutely. Anytime. You do have my contact information. Oh, let's see. My retirement years are in the minus now. As far as what? Oh, you're retired. Okay, so you're okay. You're counting the years since you retired. You feel like the middle child. Oh, Ducky, you are hilarious. Okay, yeah, it took me a minute there, Plywood. Yeah, Roselle's like 10 years old. Your back is yelling at you from all the shoveling you did. Why does it keep blocking your comment, Natalie? And they still got that same thing that says another moderator's handled it. So, son is 11. You're the middle child. I'm the youngest, so you know that because my sister's a lot older than I am. My twin. You had to go to the kitchen and get some coffee. Well, I'm sure you feel better now. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing it. I mean, the comments that you've made, one said I'm 33. I don't know why it would put that up for review, but it did. So, and then it puts them up for a review, and the moderators can review it and decide whether or not to show it or hide it. But nobody else can see it. And but the one comment, I'm 33, and the other one said, we love our middle child. I mean, nothing wrong with either one of those comments. So, yeah, I don't think it blocks mods. You're against phones until 16. Yeah, I know. It won't let you unhide them. I know, because I was trying to. So, cotton candy grapes are so good. Cotton candy grapes. Is that like it's an actual grape that tastes like cotton candy? Oh, okay. Lester said that. Okay. Is that what that is, Lester? And I missed that in the chat. Yeah. You know, like your kids to be in social media. Lester's the baby. I'm the baby of the family too. I definitely got treated like it when I was a kid, though. They were super sweet and amazing. Oh, okay. Never heard of them before. All your siblings are younger. Okay. They're a lie. It's a conspiracy, Ducky. You get treated like the middle child. Well, that's because you are. Sometimes it's good being the youngest. I mean, both my brothers were 6 and 5 years older than me and my sister. And then my sister ran away and got married at 16. So she left the house 2 years before I did. And so by the time they got around to me, and I was the only one left, my parents were so damn worn out and tired. And they just didn't really care. Well, they kind of knew where I was, and at least once a day, they knew I was still alive. They everything's cool, Dave. So it cost a fortune. I have to ask your middle, I think, more than her other siblings. Oh, your child 5 of 7? Wow. Lester, you got spoiled? Yeah, they pretty much let me do anything. Like I said, by the time they got, especially after my sister left, and I was 16 and driving, I was working full time. They let me drop out of high school. I mean, I didn't give them much of a choice. I told them, you can tell me I can't do it, not, but I'm not going to go to school. I was working 10 hours a day, trying to go to, and was not excited about high school at all. And yeah, so basically didn't have much of a choice but to let me, or sign the paper to let me drop out of high school. But I was working full time, so, and obviously had a car, and did my own thing. So you're the first out of 6. You had to be there, Mom. Yeah. You're your mom's only son and your father's youngest. No thanks. I married young and she had to take care of them herself. Yeah, my 2 kids, my daughter and my son, they're 6 years apart. So is that right? Yeah, 6 years apart. Not a full 6, almost a full 6 years though. But the stepkids, all my oldest is my stepson, and but the youngest is my son. So, and then 3 girls in the middle, and they're all pretty close in age. So, oh, your mom died when she was 48. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry to hear that, especially so young. You don't have any kids yet, you don't think? It's always that question, isn't there, Lester? She didn't like your life choices? A lot of times they don't. A lot of times they don't. I know out of my kids, they've made some decisions in their lives that, yeah, I question, and I don't totally agree with some of the things they did, but it all ends up working out, I think, in the end. Um, so, she never saw your kids? Oh, wow. Your mom passed in her 60s. Yeah, I've been blessed. My dad was 80 when he died. He had dementia, so probably the last 5 years, at least, maybe 6 years of his life, he wasn't there anymore. And actually, that made the grieving easier because it was almost like a relief for him, for us, that he wasn't suffering with that anymore. Because you wonder, with dementia and your memory's lost, you wonder what's actually going on inside their brain. Are they sitting there thinking, I know this stuff, I know that person, but I can't say who it is. I don't know. All that scary to me. But yeah, my dad was 80 when he died. My mom, well, she'll be 92 next month, January 21st. So 92 years old. He married a Muslim, became a Muslim. I didn't take drugs or get pregnant at 14. My fault was I took a Muslim. Yeah. And see, that's sad that something like religion would cause that separation. I hope my mom gets to 100 too. I really do. Your grandpa had that. He told the best stories over and over again. Yeah. Kind of like me, huh? That's why you're on my channel, huh? My parents totally hated my life, but I never chose it. I was shunned, and now I'm taking care of them. Funny how life happens, huh? Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Her husband was also a Muslim. I don't understand what her problem is. Oh, that's strange. But he's a deaf one person. Well, maybe that's what it was. Your father was younger than you when he passed. Yeah. Both my grandfathers died young, but both my grandmothers both lived to be 80, so. Or nine, I'm sorry, 90. Yeah, they both lived to be 90 years old. So. But my grandfathers both died when I was 4 years old, so. The thing with my dad was that, I mean, probably the last 3 years, he really didn't talk at all. And probably even before that, when he did talk, it just nonsense. And not that it was his fault that he was saying nonsense, but it was just, he would just start talking about some kid walking down the street, and no story behind it, just yeah, there was a kid and he kept walking up and down the street. That's one of the stories I remember from my dad. So, um, but then, yeah, like I said, the last 3 years he didn't speak at all, and then like the last year or so, I mean, pretty much bedridden, had to be fed and all that. So, like I said, it was kind of a relief when he did pass because we knew he wasn't suffering anymore. So. That's the thing about my mom. I mean, her memory's going, but she's still very active, and she walks with a cane. Doesn't use a walker. She uses a cane, and a lot of times she's too stubborn to even use that. But um, she can still, as you saw from the video, she can still obviously have a conversation with you. It's just that she doesn't remember what she told you 10 minutes ago. So I talked to her on Sunday, I think, and yeah, same stories. Um, yeah. Yeah, she knows who I am. Yeah, she definitely knows who I am. Um, and she remembers a lot. I mean, when I sat with her, when was that? A couple months ago, I guess. And she can remember, stories from the past, long time ago, um, and which is good. It's just that her short term memory is pretty much gone. When I was up there, I went up there in April, last April. She lives with my sister up there, and I went with my I went up there and stayed with her for a week. Donna, um, oh goodness, I got the burps all of a sudden. Donna went on a cruise, and so I went up there and stayed with my mom for a week while Donna was on her cruise. And my mom can be by herself all day, and Donna still works full time. So, um, I mean, I'd leave for the day, but my mom had a book. She was reading this book, and every day she'd tell me the same thing about the book, why she got it, because of the title of the book. She'd read the little synopsis on the back of the book to me every day. When I got back, I'd go out and do some stuff during the day, and every day when I got back home, she'd have that book on her lap, and she'd do the same thing. Tell me how much she loved the book and the title of the book. That's why she bought it, was because of the title, and I don't remember what the title was. It's kind of a funny thing or something. But she'd read the synopsis on the back to me every single day. And finally, after about 3 or 4 days, I said, "Well, how far are you into that book now?" And she said, "Oh, I just started it. I'm on like page 6 now." So to her, she just kept reading the same thing over and over and over again. So she's a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart. My mom can't remember things that happened a minute. Yeah, 1 minute to the next. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and she'll remember, a little bit longer than that. But yeah, if I talk to her for more than a half an hour, Um, yeah, Mary Ellen. If I talk to her for more than a half an hour, I guarantee I'm going to hear the same story twice. At least one of them. Give her a big hug. Yep, she is an amazing woman. Mama Hustle. It's hard, but you know it's a fact of life. I mean, it happens. Like I said, the good thing is that physically, she's still in pretty good shape. She didn't get out. She didn't do much. She basically just around the house all day long. But she can get up and move around the house. So that's not bad for someone's almost 92 years old. Yeah, the person you love the most. I tell you, you know, for a man, it was hard to see my dad like that, especially toward the end. Not being able to eat. I mean, basically, he sat there. His chin was in his chest the entire time. Never even looked up. Hardly ever opened his eyes. The last time other than the night he died, the last time I saw him, and that's hard to see for a man. That's hard to see your father like that because my dad was always so strong when I was a kid, and you know, growing up, you know, I was scared to death of my dad. My dad killed me, and because he's always so strong. But to see him so weak like that was hard. That was hard. So, but like I said, it's all part of life. It's what we all go through. We're born and we start dying right away. So that's why it is hard. Yeah. That's why starting this channel has meant so much to me, and the get busy living, the whole get busy living. I mean, I'm 65. Um, you know, 5 years left, but when you think about that, as far as the time goes, I mean, I've been alive 3 times that long already. So, you know, 65 years is a long time. And knowing that, you know, maybe 20, 25 years left, I hope. I mean, if it's more than that, I'll be shocked. But at 18, I didn't think I would get to 21. So, uh, anyway, you know, thinking about that, you know, the whole get busy living thing is just so daggum important. And when I sit and think about it, you know, it just, yeah, it's very important that I do it. I mean, you all can see. I'll turn the camera around here so you can see. I still have the sign. I still got my sign. And I look at that every day. That sits there every single day. That's my pride and joy, by the way. That's my only house plant. And I nursed it back. It was here one winter, and I went up to Ohio, and it got real cold here, and I had the temperature set on like 55. And that's a tropical plant. And yeah, it was down to like 2 leaves, and they were pretty wilted. But I've gotten it back. That was like 3 years ago. I've gotten it back to that point. So that's my pride right there. My only house plant. Anyway. So yeah, that message, that get busy living, I mean, that's so vitally important. You gotta live and enjoy what you're doing. It's doing good. It's doing good. It just got a couple of brand new leaves on within the last month or so, and it's actually doing a lot better than it was not too long ago. So it was hard for me to see my mom not able to talk and stuff. She was in a coma for a few months. Yeah, that is hard. Take one day at a time, but yeah, you know, and you have to take one day at a time, but you got to enjoy at least part of that day. You got to live a little bit. I've been thinking that I want to get down to the beach before I head back up north. It's going to be cold down there, but probably within the next week or so, I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna go down to Tybee Island. It might just be a day or a 1 day trip. Just drive down there. It's like 2.5 hours for me to get to the beach, so maybe 3 hours at the worst. But don't know when I'm going to be back to the beach. So, and it'll probably only be like 50 degrees, but that's all right. I need to see the ocean. Haven't been there since July, which I've definitely been away from it for a long time. But yeah, I'm seriously considering within the next week or two of going down to Tybee Island for at least a day, maybe a couple of days, and just spend a little bit of time down there on the beach. Rooms aren't too bad down there in December until right around Christmas, but yeah, in the summertime they're like $150 a night, but this time of year they're like $60 a night. So, and on the beach, and the 150 in the summertime is like 2 blocks away from the beach, but the 60 now, I think it's like 67 a night or something. But yeah, the 67 is like on the beach. So you got the sun out there now. That's always nice, you know, after a snow to have that sun. But yeah, if you go out driving, especially later in the day when that sun's starting to set, yeah, that it can blind you. Definitely want to wear them sunglasses. I do love the beach, absolutely. Get me near the sound of some rushing water, splashing water. I'm a happy, happy man. That's better than sunshine on my shoulder. Is waves crashing in my ears. We have talked about all kinds of different things today, haven't we? Probably because everybody, I mean, people come in, they leave, and they come in, or someone else comes in and change, you know, depends on who's here, what we talk about. You're the one making all the decisions with your mom? Okay. You've never been to a beach? Oh my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, book you a flight, come on down to Georgia, and we'll drive down to the beach together. All right, Bren? I'll come up to Atlanta and pick you up at the airport in Atlanta. There's someone walking in the creek back behind my house. Huh. Yeah, book a flight to Atlanta. I'll come up and pick you up, and I'll take you down to Tybee Island with me for a couple days. Yeah, I don't need to swim either. Just here in the ocean, absolutely. One of the best camping experiences I ever had was a campsite, a state park in North Carolina, Hunting Island. I've talked about it before, but the campsites basically are right on the beach. You have to walk across a sand dune, but you can hear the ocean all night long. We were staying in a tent, and all night long, that's all I heard was the waves crashing, and not crashing. I mean, they wasn't violent waves, but you could hear the waves all night long. Beautiful, beautiful place. And it was, like I said, it was just, I walked across the street through another campsite, and I was on the beach, and that was great. Let's see. That sounds great, but probably not. I work too much. Oh, Bran, come on. Get busy living. Maine has some beautiful beaches. I'm sure they do. I'm heading up there next summer. You'd love to? Tell me this. If after a natural disaster, a lumber company inflates their prices, they call it price gouging. Why is it not price gouging for motels and hotels to raise? Well, It would be if after or during a natural disaster, like when there's a hurricane coming and everybody's evacuating, like out of the East Coast, and they're heading inland. If like the people in Raleigh and if they all start raising their rates because of the natural disaster, that would be price gouging. But if it's higher because the demand is higher naturally, just because it's summertime, I don't see that really as price gouging. Does that make sense? I mean, it's just like when after COVID, when everything was shut down all during COVID, everything opened back up, and there was huge demand for everything. That's when all the inflation hit and prices skyrocketed because of that. So took a room in the summer direct on the beach. It cost $500 for 3 days. Yeah. Looking for sea glass is so much fun. Got a jar full of it. Sea glass, I mean, is that like shells or like clear or colored but clear? Yeah, what is that, Lester? Explain for us. Oh, broken bottles. The youngster comes in here and straightens all us old people out. That's right. I have to have you explain all kinds of stuff to me sometimes, Ducky, especially the abbreviations. Ducky is very intelligent. Broken anything, maybe glass found on beaches or in the ocean is seasoned glass. Sea, not sea glass. Okay. Oh, okay. So the waves and everything basically make them in the sand, going through the sand makes it smooth. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was on a beach one time and there was just like, I don't know, thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of rocks that were all pretty much the same shape. And I mean, they were all like that big and they were just black. And I started collecting them, ended up with like huge bags full of, well, like shopping bags. Probably like 4 shopping bags full of them. And I ended up using them on in a shower for the floor in the shower. Put them down like tile. Glass after lightning. I don't know, Natalie. Send me a jar of it, Lester. Bren, we got to get you to a beach somehow. Get back on that topic. Got to get you to a beach somehow. You've never been to a beach. So you've never been to any of the 3 oceans, the Atlantic, Pacific, or the Gulf of Mexico, or Gulf of America, depending on what you call it. I want a jar full of marshmallows. Yes, you need to go. You need to go. I mean, living in Colorado, I can understand because, obviously you can't just drive there. Like I mean, like I said, 2.5 hours I can be at the beach. Um, so obviously in Colorado, that's not possible. J-Dog, how you doing today, man? Everybody's popping in today. Good to see you today, J-Dog. You have a toilet seat with change in it. You need 20 minutes to be on the beach? That's not bad. You went to Florida? Your brother lives in Orlando, right? So you went to Orlando, which is like in the middle of the state. Thinking about going to the beach next summer? Call it Driggs glass. Okay. We've been talking about all kinds of stuff today, J-Dog. Yeah, I've been streaming almost 2.5 hours now, so it's the normal time you wake up. Well, it's good to have you here this morning. Hopefully you've double tapped that screen for me, J-Dog, and everybody else has as well, I'm sure, unless you forgot to. Burke's Outdoors, hello, how are you? Good to see you this morning. I've been streaming for quite a while today. People have been, there was people here early, and then they left, and got some latecomers coming in about a half hour ago or so. And so I stayed on for them, and now I got more people joining in. Just sitting at work. All right, well, I'm sorry about that. We've been talking about going to the beach. Yeah, I know why Lester wants to go to the beach. That makes sense. I can't say I blame him for that. I mean, I kind of enjoyed this summer when I was down there at Tybee Island. The views were very nice, actually. Ever seen the movie called Back to the Beach? No, I can't say I have, Matthew. Yeah, also, yeah, Natalie said she was going to leave once, and I told her she wasn't allowed to, so I made her stay. It made you sing When a Man Loves a Chicken. All right. Let's all go to Cannon Beach. I'm guessing that's out in Washington. It's a real song. Okay. Okay, Ducky. I believe you. I'm sure you and Doggy have listened to it lots and lots of times together, so. I should see the one bikini. Probably not the bikini that you were looking at, Lester. It was what was underneath the bikini. Well, what was in the bikini. Let's put it that way, not what was underneath it. What was in the bikini. It's over in Oregon? Oh, okay. Yeah, you and Doggy probably have some good memories listening to that song, When a Man Loves a Chicken. I'm guessing it's a parody of When a Man Loves a Woman. Good, Brand. I'm glad we can make you laugh. I don't know if you answered me or not, Brandon. Are you off for a couple days, or you got to work today? It was really riding up there. Yeah, I saw a few this summer down at Tybee Island that they didn't need to ride up. There wasn't much. They weren't covering much to begin with, so you're off today only. Well, I'm glad you're off today. Frickin' enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. I know it's cold up there, but do what you can. Go sled riding, Bren. You got snow? You need to rest your brain, yeah. I imagine. Astoria, Oregon is very cool. The Goonies house and the school from kindergarten copper there. Bridge is also glorious, like the view from the top of the viewing tower. Oh, that's cool. Well, I definitely didn't think I was going to end up streaming for 2.5 hours today. Kind of surprised by that, but hey, it's been fun. I've had a great time. Maybe that's what I need. I need to schedule everybody to come in at different times. Certain people can come in first thing in the chat. Other people can come in a little bit later, and I'll just keep streaming all day long, and different people in the stream all day. The topics will change, and I'll get my watch hours. Absolutely, Bren. Hey, when you came in and Ducky came in, I mean, I was happy to see everybody and spend some time with you. So Matthew's here. Yeah, he came in a little bit later. Nice to have you here as well, Matthew. Smokey the Clown, what's up with you, brother? Good to see you in here too. I stream later in the evening. Yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought about it. I don't know. It seems like, I mean, going the walk in the morning is, obviously what starts everything. And then, I get some people in here, and today's a little bit different because people coming in waves, it seems like, but the normally it's the same people most of the way through the chat. A couple of people might leave or come in later. But so the conversation stays pretty much the same. You'd come to an evening stream. I was thinking, I was telling you earlier, I was thinking about going down to the beach, and I was thinking about doing like a evening stream down there. Still taking my walk in the morning, but because it'll be warmer in the afternoon, and then also I can probably get a pretty nice like sunset walk in on the beach. So maybe I'll do that. If I do go down there for a couple of days, I'll take a nice sunset walk on the beach and stream from that. I'm sure Lester was thrilled seeing those girls in bikinis. Well, J-Dog, he's the one hanging out with like NBA cheerleaders and stuff. So how many subs? My subs have gone up in the past couple of weeks. Something happened on my channel that was I was losing subs, but that problem's been taken care of, and so my subs have been climbing. I was kind of like plateaued out at like 1,050 to 1,060. It kept going up. I might have got up close to like 1,070, but then it'd go right back down to like 1,060 again. But now I've gotten, I think I looked yesterday and I've gotten like 40 some new subs in the last 20 days, or 28 days. So I'm not sure. I've seen some new names come in. I think part of that's the different videos that I've been doing. But yeah, thank you, Smokey. I appreciate you recommending me. Definitely appreciate that. Plywood, I think I have 62 watch hours after 13 years of posting on YouTube. Wow. I ask all my subscribers to sub to you, so that's why I ask. Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate that, Smokey. I appreciate that. I was talking earlier about the things that have happened in my life because of YouTube. And first off, just doing this every day. I mean, it is so therapeutic to me. Smokey, there you go. J-Dog's your 200th subscriber. Whoop whoop. But yeah, just the things that have happened. I mean, meeting all you amazing people, meeting all the people that come in and out of the chat all the time. And I know not everybody's here right now, but just that alone. And then I was talking earlier, I've got one subscriber that drew a picture of me, and that was kind of an honor right there. And then I just found out last night that another subscriber named a cat after me. So and it's just, to me, it's funny. it's humbling and it's funny and it just really really brightens up my day. So I don't even have any kids named after me. So to have to have a cat named after me, that's pretty impressive. My son's middle name is my first name, but I'm the one that gave it to him. So yep. Keep the love going, and thank you so much. Absolutely, keep the love going. You know, positive, positive, positive. It's a sign that I need a cat. You're gonna play on that sign thing, aren't you, there, Ducky? I do a video about signs, and now you're gonna use it against me. Rezar, you're back again. Good to see you back again. The stars have spoken. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to start posting. Make my thumbnail not just me skydiving, but I'm gonna have Ducky skydiving with me. So that will happen. You're named after two of your grandpas? Yeah, my son almost got named after one of his grandpas. I'm so glad he didn't. Not because of grandpa, because I never met his grandpa. Actually, I think it was his mom's grandpa. And it's not because of him, because I never met him. I have no idea, but it just, I didn't like the name, so. I need me a Lily Putin, huh? Yeah. I will be, when I get back up to Ohio, I will be closer to Ducky. But you're going to be close too. Didn't you say you were going back to St. Louis? It could happen. All right, J-Dog, go get busy for the day, huh? We will see you later. You have a great day. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Your name is Rare. Well, see, my middle name is the same as my dad's middle name, so that's why I gave that. My son's name is Brian David. Um, so I always liked the name Brian, and that I think that had something on his mother's side. But the was Brian, but I wanted his middle name. And my daughter's middle name is the same as her mother's middle name. So, not moving back just yet. What's my name? My name is David Lee. And my dad's name was Jack Lee. And J-Dog's first name is Jack. Amazing, I remember that. But it's pretty easy to remember. I like it when people have names that are I already know somebody with that name. It's easy for me to remember. Like my neighbor over here next to me, on this side of me, his name's Eric, and that's my best friend up in Ohio. And then I met the guy from across the street, and his name's Brian, which is my son's name. So it's cold in Minnesota. You like my name? I bet it is cold in Minnesota. I wouldn't want to be there. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Smokey's up in Minnesota. That's right. Yeah, yeah. He posted. He posted it. He used to live down here. He used to live in Atlanta, and I think he just moved up there not too long ago. And he posted a short the other day, and yeah, his beard was all frozen. He's not used to that Minnesota weather yet. The sun's trying to come out. It was nice and sunny earlier, and then some clouds moved in. It's trying its best. All right, Matthew. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here this morning. Yeah, Vermont's cold too. Anything north of the Mason, well, it's cold here, so. It was 37 when I started my walk this morning, so that's cold. That's cold. I think I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. 2 hours and 38 minutes. That's getting up there in the time. And I got some stuff I got to do. I got to finish working on my chainsaw, get it started today. And I got a couple woodworking projects I'm working on down in the basement that I'd like to get more progress done on. So, Ducky, I'm glad that you did show up today. It's always good to have you here. Bren, thank you. Love you too. You guys are amazing to me. I hope that I can express that enough to you, how much you all mean to me. I try sometimes, and I know that I probably fall short on expressing that to you, but you guys are very, very important to me. Very important to my everyday life. So, love you all, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Try to get up a little bit earlier, you guys. We'll see y'all later. Love you. Have a fantastic day, because I'm going to.